outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And we're off and running from Western New York. Marvin Mims now to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs, because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. You know, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Completed over the middle. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be 3rd down. Gain on the play up to the 38. They send a man in motion. On 3rd and 2, here's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Nix from the gun. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Shotgun snap to Nix. He keeps it and takes off. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. That's A.J. Epinesa on the tackle.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
3rd down, line to gain, 9 yards out. He'll air it out on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. Nix off the play action. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Throwing again. Here's Nix. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. And they come up big on third down there with the sack.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it. And they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
Will Lutz getting the call on fourth down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. He's got to drive this one 53-yard. Pressure coming from the right edge, and they block it! He's picked up inside the 45.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Drive play straight ahead. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
So all he needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. Became real easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
Going to the ground again on 1st. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd down.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. We got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Another carry for him. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Motioning him from the slot right. To the air on 3rd and long. Cut at the 10-yard line! And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
They'll work against the blitz. Looking for an open man. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Bridgewater to the air. He brings it in.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
This needs to find the end zone, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Bridgewater now. Setting up the running back screen. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills have a great first drive and get the game keep this one competitive.
Easier said than done, and you know that, Kate, playing as severe underdogs on the road. How they respond on this next drive is going to be really telling for the direction this game goes.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And a standout special teams play kept these guys from getting 3 out of that last drive. Probably not looking to leave anything to chance this time around. Take this one in for 6.
And the best way to keep a field goal from getting blocked is not to even put the field goal unit on the field. The extra point unit, that's what they're aiming for.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Running it again with Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. That one hits for 30. And it's going to be first down Denver.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throwing on first down, Nix. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Nix to throw. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. Caught on the slant. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Harvey does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Nick's trying to sneak it. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Bo Nix touchdown! He finds his way in on the sneak. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak.
It feels like a win in today's football is just to stall them at the line on that play. So many groups are so effective with the QB sneak. But that time, the timing of the call, I think, was most important that led to the score.
Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Strong with the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Again to throw on 2nd. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half. You're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that can go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
Now Stonehouse out to punt this away. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Nix with it on 1st. Finds him over the middle. And this is scooped up by the Bills. Won't manage anything after the recovery, so that is where they'll take over after the fumble.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for 2nd down.
The Bills set to take over offensively. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. We've set it down from 37. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Continuing to turn those legs inside the 25. And And they finally get to him at the 15. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Bills have a first down. Well, we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. They'll run here on first down. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Second down now, they need 7. Design bootleg here. Brought in right side. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
I got to be honest with you, Kate. That's an occasion where a drop would have been a whole lot better than a completion. Couldn't find the way back to the line, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. This one's caught. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. So Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they want to do here. It's 2nd and inches. They go to him again. And this time he makes it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get some late points and the lead. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the 2nd time around.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40-yard line. The Broncos taking the field for the final time in this first half. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they might be able to put a little something together here. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jerome Baker has it. And the Bills get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. Oh, boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Fits it through the middle. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Buffalo first. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Zerline puts it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
And with that one, you're going to see some salty, foul moods in that locker room. You hate all turnovers, but that one led to 3 points, and you hate those even more.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. Throwing here just before halftime. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a two-score ball game here as we resume play. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Ty Johnson now to return. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. So to begin the third, it's going to be the Buffalo offense we see first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Bridgewater looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is second down. They're running the option, short side. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. He gets 6 on that play. And the Bills have a first down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. He's got Khalil Shakir. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Working inside the red zone. Right back to Shakir. This is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Sticking to the air here. And into the end zone it goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills grow the lead coming out at halftime. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Zerline on now for the extra point. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Bills take a 3-possession lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And it ends there, but a very short field awaiting them. He's out on the opposing side of the field. Denver set to take the field on offense. Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. Tackled there by Jerome Baker.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Shotgun snap to Nix. This finds Franklin. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs from 37. Nix now on 1st and 10. He can run it. And Nix slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. This will give here to Dobbins. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, the casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Extra point try now from Lutz. He's good on the extra point effort. And the Broncos cut the lead down to 10. trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Johnson now on the return. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Bills headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Here's Bridgewater to the air. Hits his running back. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one, and the Bills have a first down.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. Feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Drawing up the design keeper. It's a gain of 3 on the final play of quarter 3. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Bills ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Bridgewater to throw it. Dumps it off to his running back. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They kick the running back in motion. Bridgewater now. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
From the gun on 3rd down. This is brought in by Coleman. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Slot man's in motion right. To throw, here's Bridgewater. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So 2nd down coming up. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And that one doesn't give him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling. And they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Running back sent in motion. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this. They're going to try and throw for it. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. Denver ready for another offensive possession. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this, I'm a firm believer of call until they stop it. Doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Trying to throw this from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And they're going to catch him right as he gets this to the 30. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for Broncos first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Nix with it on first. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. A pickup of 17. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
For the sideline, and it's intercepted. Christian Benford has it. And the Bills are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Buffalo sending its offense to the field. They took their shot on 4th and goal. Came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They give it to him again. The stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. First and 10 from the 43. They'll give it to him inside. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Buffalo first. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills holding a 10-point lead. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Design quarterback run here. Offense to the line for second down. They're going to pass it here. To the right, pulled in by Palmer. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage, Brock. Fourth down coming up. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. They send out Greg Zuerlein for the field goal. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. Zuerlein puts it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Escapes a defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He has all... Nix is hit. He lost that football. And this is scooped up by the Bills. That return actually went backward a little bit, but I imagine, Brock, they'll be happy enough just taking possession. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a design run. So it's the Bills who come away with the win. See this in every sport, Brock. You come in as a big favorite. You want to make a statement, right? Get a convincing victory. And they were able to achieve that one here.
Yeah, especially at home. It just means a little bit more when you protect your own turf in any sport, but especially in the NFL, where you get, what, about 8 or 9 of these, maybe more if you get home playoff games. Playing this way, they set themselves up for future playoff opportunities.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.